What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the stream. My name is Whoopshoe. I'll be your lovely host for this evening. And in tonight's matchup, we're going to have Wet Coast versus You Lose. Alongside of me is going to be my co-caster, Mr. Pookie Burr. How you doing tonight, Pookie?
Hey, Wolf's doing real good. Excited for this matchup. I think we're going to have a great series on our hands.
I think so as well. I think it's gonna be a pretty good series as well. We were looking at the stats and analytics side of things before the stream, kind of just talking to each other about it. But now I guess we can kind of talk to the audience about this one. So let's go ahead and hop into the tail of the tape of this one real quick. We're looking at Wet Coast right now, coming into this one with a 2.83 goal per game average and a 3.0 save per game average, coming along with the 1.42. How do you feel about those stats for Wet Coast?
I like them. I like them, Whoops. You know, getting production on the offensive side while keeping in a solid defensive rotation. But the huge thing for me with this is the assists. Like, especially in twos, if you're getting good ball movement between you and your teammate, you can find some huge success there.
Yeah, 100% agree with you on that one. I love the assist category as well. You know, like you said, basically those team plays just make everything a lot more interesting as well. So a little bit of back history about Wet Coast. Team captain Jack Daddy alongside his co-partner Thunderbread. I believe there is one other person on the team as well, but Thunderbread's going to get the start tonight. They've been together for about a year now, but they've been friends for over 20 years. 20-year friends right there.
Yeah, gotta have some good chemistry being friends for that long. I'm expecting these guys to work really well together tonight out there on the pitch.
Yeah, pretty much just know the ins and outs of one another as well. You know, kind of like the flaws, and you know, you guys are friends in real life. You guys kind of can transition that into the Rocket League scene.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jack Daddy coming into this one being champ 1, Thunder coming in at a Diamond 1, but this is their first time in the IGL circuit. So let's hop on over to the You Lose side of things. Devotion and Devin. It's gonna be a little confusing to say. I think, in my personal opinion, as a caster, it's gonna be a little tough. But
maybe a touch.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You Lose, the team name here, coming in with a 3.0 goal average, a 3.09 saves per game as well, and then once again the 1.45 assists per game.
Yeah, and you know, such similar team stats overall through the first part of this circuit. It's gonna be a close one. I mean, You Lose has a slight edge. I mean, 0.17 more goals and 0.09 more saves, and basically the same assists per game. So,
yeah.
I mean, we've got two teams out here who, on paper, look like they're gonna work really well together. I'm expecting some exciting plays and some really close matches.
Yeah, the only difference I see in this one basically is the fact that You Lose are coming in here pretty much consistently ranked with one another. I think they're ranked Champ 1 and Champ 2 in this one, whereas you got the little bit of the gap right there on the Wet Coast side, you know, the Champ 1 and the Diamond 1. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Go ahead.
But even off of that, sorry for interrupting you there, with Thunderbread, excuse me, even though he's Diamond 1, the stats he's putting up so far in the circuit, especially in a Tier 3 circuit, is pretty impressive. You know, almost 1 goal per game, getting over a save per game, and also getting the ball moving with 2/3 of an assist per game. So even though he's Diamond 1, probably plays really well with Jack, and I think they're going to put on a show here for us tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to say the least. These guys have been together for about a year and a half as well. You know, I'm not sure what the relationship is outside of Rocket League, but nonetheless, it's going to be pretty interesting to see, because they're coming into this one being 2-1, whereas Wet Coast is going to be 1-2. So let's go ahead and hop into the matchup. I'm sick and tired of talking about this. Let's go ahead and see who is the better people on the field. Go ahead and give these guys the green light, and let's go ahead and hop into this matchup.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for this one. You know, with two evenly matched teams like this, and 2v2 along with that can make for some really exciting stuff.
100%. Just so everybody knows, this is a best of 5 series, or I should say, best of first team to win 3 games essentially is going to take this series in this matchup in this IGL here. Here we have Devin right now on the YouTube, where he's going to pick up his first goal here. Pookie, what happened in this one?
Devin, just a nice solo effort here, just gets the ball on his roof, gets a quick flick right past Jack, but follows it up with that second touch there, using his speed to get to the ball first. That's a good goal by Devin there.
A very solid goal right there from Devin. I'm gonna turn you up just a tad bit from my end, just to put you a little bit louder. I like to keep my game sound just a little bit loud.
Yeah, that's all good.
Here we have Jack trying to pretty much advance this one upfield, and he's gonna go ahead and regain possession of that one. Devotion kind of giving up possession on that. Thunderbred's gonna pay the price and get demoed on that one as well. No offense from Wet Coast. Pretty interesting to see since they had a chance at that one. Not too sure what happened in the transition there, but pretty interesting to say the least, especially since Thunderbred got demoed.
Ooh, and close one. And you can already see You Lose starting to look for their teammates. They're already starting to go for some passing plays in the blue box, trying to open up that defense. They're probably just waiting for a good opening to fire that shot on target.
I see a little bit of double commitment issues coming out of Wet Coast early on, but here comes Devin on the fire, misses the shot, but the follow-up from Devotion, though, is going to find its way through, and You Lose is going to go up 2-0 now.
Yeah, and a great shot by Devotion here. Just a quick turn. Unfortunate bump on the teammates there for Wet Coast. Looks like they got tangled up a little bit. Maybe a bit of miscommunication. Kind of looked like Thunderbred was going to push out of the box, but ended up getting bumped out by his teammate. Unfortunate there, but still plenty of time to come back.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing between the two is pretty much the speed on this one, as Devotion's going to answer right back and pick up his second goal now.
The quick fake here gets Jack to bite. Jack gets airborne, and Devotion read that play perfectly. Just puts it right under Jack, right into the net, and that's a 3-0 lead now for You Lose.
Yeah, it's almost like this one was scripted. I was talking about the speed pretty much of Devotion on that one, because that's the notice I'm seeing right now is, you know, You Lose is just playing so much faster than when Wet Coast is. It's just really kind of crazy to see, especially since, like I said beforehand, Jack Daddy is coming into this one as a Champ 1, and Devotion and Devin are Champ 1, Champ 2s, so it's just kind of crazy to see this one as Jack shoots a shot on target right here. That one's going to be saved easily by Devin.
Thunderbred, you know, trying to hold his weight there, trying to get aggressive on that, keep the ball in the zone for a little bit, trying to open up some opportunities for Jack maybe, as Wet Coast now holding the zone. Close beat there.
Yeah, Devin pretty much has a free goal right here. All he has to do is put a soft touch on it, and he does. And this one's 4-0 now, Pookie. It's getting a little out of control.
Yeah, and sometimes this can happen with teams like this, with Wet Coast having that rank differential. Maybe it takes them just a little bit longer in the first game to find their stride, especially on that defensive rotation. So they have potential to really kind of lock it in as we get into the later part of game one here and try to turn that into some counterattack scoring opportunities.
Here comes Devotion. Nice little aerial skills right there. Kind of showing off his free play abilities. But here comes Jack now trying to get something going. Has the touch off the wall. It's going to be defended very well by Devin as he pops this one to the right-hand side. Now Devin's going to bring this one upfield. He's at midfield, met by Thunderbred. Thunderbred gets beat by Devotion. Devotion might have his touch, and he does.
Ooh, the hat trick. Devotion here. And great play by Devin just to get a great 50 in the midfield, set him up. But that flip right there, Devotion showing great car control in the air, puts that one right in the back of the net, and now 5-0 here for You Lose.
Yeah, You Lose is kind of taking off and taking control, but Jack has something to say about that one. Is he's going to pick up the first goal for Wet Coast.
There it is. Oh, great play by Jack here, and a good kickoff by Thunder. You know, sometimes those like Diamond 1 players can struggle with kickoffs against a higher ranked team, but I think Thunder did a great job there.
I think sometimes all you have to do is make contact with the ball as a lower player, and you know, you kind of almost win that battle 9 times out of 10. You know, because you just have to get there, just have to touch it. Don't miss your flips, things of that nature.
Oh yeah.
Here comes Devotion, going to wrap this one around. Nice pass right there. Devin can't finish it though. Beautiful pass on the wraparound there from Devotion. It's going to be hopefully an offensive transition right here for Wet Coast, but Devotion has something to say about that one. He might put this one in. Oh my goodness, off the top crossbar.
Oh man.
Top crossbar playing some defense for Wet Coast though.
Yeah, they got to give it a pat on the back after this match, saving that goal, keeping them at a 4-goal deficit now with just under 2 minutes left. Still time to work with, but Wet Coast needs to show some offense here.
Yeah, a little unfortunate situation right there by Jack. He just didn't have any boost in that transition. pretty much trying to bring that ball upfield boostless. And I think that the defense of ULose recognized that one. Here comes Devotion. Maybe gets a little pop pass over. He does. Thunderbred wasn't expecting that one.
I want to check this angle out again here as it just gets a light ground pinch right inside the post. And what a play there from Devotion. Puts his team now back up by 5 late in game 1.
I was gonna say maybe it's just the nerves of Wet Coast. Sometimes it gets a team a little bit to get going. Not 100% sure, but Thunderbred is definitely a little bit mismatched in this one. Here comes Thunderbred, not really sure what to do. Hits this one off the sidewall. Devotion waiting to receive that one. It's gonna be a little pinch from Devin and Devotion. I think that was a calculated pitch. They go right at each other. Now we're under a minute to go.
And Devotion and Devin playing some really nice teamwork. They're just looking out for each other, and a great pass there. But
yeah, it was a beautiful touch right there.
Kind of start to hit that next level when you kind of know where your teammate's gonna be, and with the good communications on top of that, it can turn into a pretty dangerous situation.
Yeah, not only that, you have a 5-goal lead, 30 seconds remaining, and pretty much you're trying to just go for the highlight clips at this point. You're not really too worried about it, and you're kind of working on your team chemistry as well. This is almost like a live practice at this point, in this game number 1 at least. But there goes a great shot by Thunderbred on the reception from the pass from Jack Daddy.
And there it is. Diamond 1 don't matter. Staying aggressive in the box, gets a good goal late in game 1. Gonna be a huge confidence boost as they head into game 2.
100% agree with you on that one. Sometimes all you have to do is cross the threshold. I know you're undermatched here, but at the same time, it just, like you said, adds to that confidence. We might see a whole different team here in game number 2. Regardless, final 10 seconds are ticking down. Devotion has a chance at another one here. He's just going to drive this one in.
And that's a bad beat. It looked like Thunder thought Devotion was going to go into the corner, but a quick turnaround by Devotion. Good read on the defense, and that'll be another goal for ULose. And probably put the nail in the coffin, I'm guessing, with that one, with only 6 seconds left.
I think the nail in the coffin was already in there a long time ago, but I mean, at this point, I think you can pretty much say it's safe, and it's going to ULose in game number 1.
There it is.
Absolutely. That was really filthy of a goal right there on Devotion's part, right there to finish things off in game number 1. But they're going to take this one 7-2 as I have your lovely chat bar over your face. Hey, this is live, guys. We do this live, okay?
It's live.
Anyway, yeah, what did you think about that first game? ULose coming into this one 7-2. Devotion picking up 5 goals here. How do you feel about this one?
I think, ULose came out and played a good game, as expected. I mean, Wet Coast are facing that rank differential, but I think they have some good takeaways. Thunderbred getting a goal and an assist there in that game. But unfortunately, it seemed like they kind of got caught in their zone for a good portion of that game. Obviously, ULose getting 12 shots on target. Yeah. I think Wet Coast can just focus on getting good hits, especially Thunder. It's like just got to take a deep breath, get good contact on the ball, get it out of there, try to let Jack maybe take over a little bit on the counterattack. And, heading into game 2, they're able to make that adjustment. They could be pretty dangerous here against ULose.
I mean, Jack got beat a couple of times as well, so we have to see him step up quite a bit in this game number 2. But awesome game from ULose. Good job on that first game. Let's see if you guys can stick with it as we head into game number 2 here. Gonna have Wet Coast, see if they can respond. I was gonna say join. I don't know why I was typing just in the top left-hand corner in case you guys seen that.
Now game 2, Wet Coast just gotta tighten it up, focus, and don't get too discouraged here with this rank differential.
No, not at all. But at the same time, Devotion's going to go ahead and start this one off early for ULose and put them up 1-0 within 9 seconds in game 2. What happened on this one, Pookie?
Devotion just showing his air superiority there. Great ball control in the air, able to just dribble it right in, getting over both defenders. That's going to be a tough beat here for this Wet Coast team.
Yeah, 100% tough beat for this Wet Coast team. as we see another offensive set right here from You Lose, but Thunderbred doing a good job bouncing that one outside. But there's no follow-up touch right here by Wet Coast, which is pretty interesting. I think they had, you know, enough space. Devotion gave him enough space on that one. But looks like Devin's going to try to bring this one around the corner. He does get the corner. He has a soft touch, and Devotion's there to receive that one as well.
The pass, and this is hard to defend 1v2 here right in the box. Just Devin put it where Devotion could get it, but a tough get for Jack. Devotion just having the position advantage, taking advantage of it, and gets another goal. You Lose now up by 2.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but that was
like they're keeping this ball rolling.
That was just a very, very good patience right there from Devotion. You know, because me as a Rocket League player, I kind of want to attack those ones a little bit aggressively, especially if I see my teammate get the first beat. But that was just great patience by Devotion there.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Here comes Jack right now, trying to get this one off of the blue side. Does get the bait on Devotion. Has a 1v1 situation right now on Devin. Devin's going to go ahead and pick up the save. Here comes Thunderbred on the second touch there. But it's going to be saved by Devotion. So 2 back-to-back saves from You Lose. But we're not done yet. Here comes Wet Coast. Jack has a far shot. Shoots that one too far to the left-hand side. Definitely wants that one back, don't you think, Pookie?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Had a pretty solid look. I mean, the defender was right in his face, but I did like that he was going for that far post. Just put it a little too wide.
Yeah, you love to see the aggression. Here comes Thunderbred now off the sidewall. Not too many diamonds can kind of read those ones off the sidewall, but Thunderbred in a bad situation just because of the lack of boost here. Now this is trouble. Jack bringing this across his net. Luckily escapes with no goals and has that follow-up touch to try to get the clear as well. But we're not out of this one yet. Devin with a great read and the touch from Devotion as well.
Yeah, Devin just watching that midfield line and read that play perfectly, able to just speed in there, get a quick pop into the net, and now 3-0 favor You Lose. I think, whoops, I don't know what you think of this. I feel like Wet Coast could benefit from being a little bit more aggressive here. It seems like they're playing a little conservative due to the rank differential, but maybe if they go in with a little more speed, a little more aggression, they could kind of catch You Lose off guard.
I mean, You Lose is out here showcasing at this point Devotion pretty much bringing this one up the left-hand wall, and then you've seen Devin pre-jumping that one at about the midfield line, so they're definitely having a little bit of fun out here because they're comfortable. So I do feel like Wet Coast needs to step it up just a tad bit on the aggression. As you see this ball rolling right in front of the orange box, and no one is there to receive that one on the blue side. Thunderbred does put some pressure on him and gets the demolition as well, but I definitely think that they need to have a lot more aggression and as well as a lot more passing plays like this one. It's gonna be a little bit too far to the right-hand side of the post there. Me and Pookie both kind of clinched up and that one because that was such a beautiful touch by Thunder.
That was a good look. Tried to beat the defense wide. Oh, Jack, big play here.
Yeah, Jack has a breakaway here. Jack has a great read on the bottom side of Devotion. Pretty much gets a breakaway goal, and that's something that you want to see. We still have a lot of time left, 1 minute and 51 seconds left in this game number 2.
Yeah, plenty of time, and the defensive rotations that Wet Coast is showing us now is a little bit more steady. Obviously holding You Lose to only 3 goals so far. Now the ball back in the orange zone, see if they can make an opportunity here.
There comes Thunderbred, pops this one up the mid wall. Jack is there to receive that one. The crossbar. The crossbar is playing defense for You Lose now. And Devotion's going to take his time. Has a full tank of boost. Here comes Devin on the return. Shoots this one too far to the left-hand side. Thunderbred might have himself a goal here. 1-on-1 with Devin. He goes to the mid, and Devotion, my apologies, Devotion beats him and picks up the save for You Lose. And there goes the 50-50 with Jack and Devotion, but a very, very close goal. Nonetheless, 2 close opportunities right there for Wet Coast.
That was a nice save by Jack, too, there. Oh, man, a couple looks, really good looks for both teams, but nothing gaining any traction here. Still remain that 2-goal deficit, but Jack, maybe? No, so close.
Yeah, Devotion's going to go ahead and save that one, but we are seeing the aggression coming out of Wet Coast at this point. Here comes Devin, pretty much a 1v1 situation, just has a soft touch over Jack on the defense.
Yeah, and Devin, patient play once again here. Just gets the one pop after he lands, and then the easy, breezy flick. Just right up, right under the crossbar. It's a good goal. Good goal.
Yes.
Regains that 3-goal lead. And,
oh, no.
Oh, they might get a fourth here. Or a fifth, excuse me. My goodness. And you lose just keeping this ball rolling.
Yeah, pretty much Devotion. It's the 50-50 right there. I'm not sure if that one was called out or not in the chat, if they were going for that play or not, but regardless, it was a great heads-up play by Devotion to kind of score that one. 5-1 now, 38 seconds remaining. Game number 2. Wet Coast trying to get something going, trying to get some goals here to walk away with pretty much. And here comes Jack taking his sweet time. Oh my goodness, the demolition play! The demo!
Yeah.
Oh my god! What just happened?
Thunder came in with force into the goal and absolutely removed Devotion from the field.
I was not expecting that one. I had no idea. I thought Jack was just taking his time with that, and all of a sudden you just see explosion in the orange net. Here comes Devotion, the double commitment coming out of Wet Coast. Final 14 seconds remaining now. 2-5. This one's all pretty much said and done, but I'd love to see Wet Coast kind of walk away with another one here.
Try to get one more for the road.
Exactly. Final second right now. Let's see if they can keep this one up. Devotion is a sport about it. He does try to keep it up. But regardless, you lose is going to take game number 2 as well.
But there was something there at the end for Wet Coast that I did like, because we've seen Devotion trying to go up for those quick air dribbles in the blue box, and he's been really successful there. But towards the end of that game, he tried to go for it again, but Wet Coast able to get a good clear off of that air dribble. So making the proper adjustments in defense, you lose obviously just rolling on offense.
Yeah, they have everything figured out pretty much. But like you said, we need to see more aggression coming from Wet Coast. They're just pretty much touching the ball on the blue side of things and just not having the follow-up touches to advance stuff to the orange side of the field. They're pretty much keeping everything on the blue side, which is not a good look. And honestly, Pookie, at this point, I thought the stats were going to be a lot more even coming into this game. I thought it was going to be a lot closer of a game.
Yeah, I mean, with Thunder's stats that were shown there, was looking pretty solid. Might be some nerves, but also this you lose team looks like a very solid team. So
100%.
The struggles is understandable, but you know, still a 5-game series. We're only on game 3. You lose obviously on match point now, but Wet Coast looking like if they can just minimize the damage, you know, because it seems like they get scored on, they kind of hold off for a little bit, another goal comes through, and then they kind of start rolling in. So we'll see what happens here in game 3 if that defense is able to make these adjustments needed.
Do I say it, Pookie? Do I say it?
Yeah, why not?
The reverse sweep is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Wet Coast can do it. Let's see if they were just debating all of us here as Jack brings this one upfield. It's going to pop off the back wall. Thunder had a chance at that one, but Jack is going to score that one. And we're going to see Wet Coast go up first, the first time in this series.
Okay, I like that play. I don't think Thunderbred meant to do that, in all honesty.
No, that was calculated.
It worked out perfectly. Yeah,
no, that was calculated.
The little pinch, just holding it in position, leaving it for Jack. And Jack, well done to follow that one up, gets the big goal, and that has to be a huge confidence boost to find their first lead in the series.
Thunderbred almost reading Devotion there on that basically on that boost on their side. Thunderbred not sitting pretty good. Goes for the fake though. Jack had a shot at that one. It's gonna go ahead and hit off the right side post. Here comes the counter attack by Devotion. I think it's gonna turn more or less into a passing play, but it turns into a 50-50. And good job by Thunderbred reading that one early and beating Devin to the ball, because that could have been trouble as far as Wet Coast is concerned. Now I think that pretty much You Lose has picked up on the fact that Jack was probably going to try to score that one. Here comes a flip reset. Devotion had the reset, but great read by Jack nonetheless. But I was going to say, I think that You Lose pretty much has picked up at this point that Jack is their scorer. What do you think, Pookie?
Yeah, looking like it. They're getting a little bit more physical. We saw the demo come out against Jack there. But it seems like Wet Coast
It
lingering
lingered
for
so long.
long.
Yes. I was just like, oh my gosh.
But what I was getting to is, like, it seems like Wet Coast got the message. Like, they need to be more aggressive, and they've definitely come out in Game 3 with more speed so far. But great goal there by You Lose to finish that one off, let's say.
Yeah, pretty much tough save right there. Here comes Devin. Showcase some of his aerial acrobatics. Jack is going to meet him to the point of attack. Almost a double touch off the back wall from Devin. We'll love to kind of see that one for the highlight reel. This one might be a goal as well. What a great save by Jack, though, on the back end of things. Jack had
showing us some speed here, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's definitely turned it up a notch for sure. They have been more aggressive on this one. And this is the best that we have seen Wet Coast in this series, I would say. I do see You Lose making a lot more mistakes as well. Here comes Devin. Double touch, little to advance this one up the field. Thunderbread putting this one off the back wall. Jack there to receive it, but Devotion's going to clear it off to the left-hand side. Still not done yet. Thunderbread. And you hate to see it, but this is the stuff we're talking about. Wet Coast, both members pretty much backed up and gave up that possession. You got to kind of be aggressive, even if you're kind of stalling for your teammates to back up and get some boost.
Yeah. Excuse me. That's kind of where the twos rotations get a little tricky sometimes. You just got to start to get comfortable running with low boost, because if you pick up a couple pads, I mean, you have enough for a play, and Devin just pops one towards the net, gets another good goal.
I honestly,
now up. I didn't think he was going to be able to score that.
I honestly seen this one in development. As soon as I saw Devotion turn towards midfield, I saw Devin there, and I was like, no chance he's going to pass this to him. And sure enough, he just got the nicest pop to Devin at midfield, and Devin just had the softest touch over Jack to beat him to it.
Yeah, perfect placement on the shot as well. I mean, just bounced once right in the net. Can't ask for a much better play than that from these two. But, and to your point there, with both players that we saw from Wet Coast going back on defense, I feel like that's where You Lose has thrived. They've had a really solid midfield rotation, holding balls at the middle line. Oh, Devotion, nice goal. I thought Thunder might have been able to get back to that one.
I think 100% Thunder had a chance at this one, but the touch right there by Devotion, you know, I think Thunder thought he might have been going high with it, so that's why Thunder came flying in basically from the left side of you guys' screen. But pretty much Thunder did have a chance at that one. I think if he stayed on the ground, he could have kind of cleared it off the right-hand side. But You Lose going up 3-1 now. Minute and 40 seconds remaining. Thunder has a chance at this one. Can't get the proper angle at it. Jack was pretty much there as well to try to receive that one. Jack gets beat now. Here comes a 1v1 situation. It's going to turn into a passing play. And Devotion just Sunday driving out here.
Oh, yeah. Easy like Sunday morning out there. Just when you get set up with passes like that, you know, you're having a good day.
I don't even think he touched his boost.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He was just strolling on in. Not a care in the world.
I think he had to check his mail sometime too. I don't know. That was kind of funny. Minute and 20 seconds now. Game number 3. Last chance right now for Wet Coast. 4-1 is the score. A 3-goal deficit. And it looks like they kind of turned it down just a tad bit. But here comes Jack trying to bring this back to the orange side, using just about all that boost. He does get the beat on both defenders. It kind of just passes that one too hard. And the counterattack is wide open at this point for Devin.
Yeah, that'll be an easy walk-in goal to go up by 4 now. And you know what I think it is, Whoops, is it seems like Wet Coast had a really pretty solid rotation for the good half of that game.
Yeah.
And then after You Lose scored that second goal, it seemed like it broke the concentration, kind of opened up the gates a little bit, and You Lose was able to just walk a couple of pretty easy goals in. So it's tough to keep that concentration going on a tough defensive rotation for a whole 5 minutes. But
And once again, we're starting.
That's what West Coast is going to have to do to win some games here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once again, we're starting to see the aerial and the mechanics from You Lose comfortably up with 4 goals, 30 seconds. Here comes another little dribble from Devin. And let's see. Oh my goodness, Thunder! Thunder got the touch! I was gonna say, let's see if Thunder gets the touch on Devotion, and he does.
And that was nice. Faked out Devotion a little bit, getting on the board for Thunder. Gotta feel good. Might be a little too late, but 3 goals in 23 seconds is possible.
Hey, we never say never around here, okay? 20 seconds on the clock.
That's right.
You know, 3 goals is nothing in Rocket League. Might see a couple quick kickoff goals, but as the time is working against you at this point, now 10 seconds, I think we might be able to say never, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. It's a maybe until it all hits all zeros, and even then, you're not even too sure. Nice passing play right here by Jack.
Oh, and Jack gets one for the road.
Yeah. It's going to be too little too late as this one's all zeros on the clock, but still a nice touch off the right-hand side from Jack. It's going to turn into maybe a passing play by Thunder, but Devotion kind of finishing that one. And You Lose is going to do this one in a 3-0 sweep, Pookie.
Yeah, and I mean, as bad as it is, I got kind of expected with the rank differential. But I mean, Thunderbred, for a Diamond 1 player, played pretty solid. You know, filled up the stat sheet, got ones all the way across the board.
Yeah.
It was just, I feel like, technically pretty solid, mechanically made a few really nice touches, got a few goals as well, and some nice passing, got a couple saves. It's that I feel like the difference comes in the rotations, because we saw Thunder hesitant a little to get in there and get in those plays, because when he did do it on the few times that he got in there, he found some pretty solid success.
Yep, 100%. I think he did definitely step up. I want to go switch over to the tail of the tape just real quick. I wanted to see, yeah, I think that it will be a little bit of a different game for Wet Coast if the other person was on their team, if he was there. I know Thunder being their sub, you know, should be able to step up at a moment's notice, but I definitely want to see, you know, I think that's Clarky and Jack pretty much. I would love to see that team versus You Lose, because as you can see, the 1.56 goals per game right there for Clarky, I would like to see that one in action. Pretty much later on in the season, hopefully in the playoffs, if these two teams meet again.
Could be a playoff rematch. But I kind of like that strategy, you know, even though your sub is a little lower ranked, you know, get him in there, get some experience.
Oh, 100%.
That's great stuff. Like, got to make him not only a better player, but get him more used to that speed and that consistency that he's going to need
100%.
just in general, Rocket League, and not even IGL. But I
So
think
make him
overall, pretty decent plays from both teams, but obviously You Lose, huge advantage. They played a great series.
Yeah, You Lose being pretty much the winner of this one with ease. Like I said, for the most part, just controlling the midfield line for most of the game, taking over on pretty much almost every transition that they had on offense. The passing plays coming out of them as well. They just seemed just so comfortable. And like I said, we might see a different game out of them, both of these teams essentially, if they meet later on in the playoffs. So, Pookie, thank you very much for joining me tonight, man. This was an honor, and it was so much fun, dude. Seriously,
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah, we definitely need to do this more, and thanks for having me on. And everybody have a great night.
Yeah, much love, Pookie. Shout your socials out, man. Come on, we got to get your Twitter game up, man.
Oh,
you just made a Twitter, right?
Just made a Twitter. You know, at Mr. Pookie Bear. Also, I think it's Mr.PookieBear on Instagram. Not hugely active right now, but you know, probably gonna be starting doing that soon.
I see some of those guitars in the background. You know, like we can kind of see.
Yeah, maybe start getting some music videos going or something.
Hey, I love watching drummers. I love watching drummers on Instagram. So who knows, if you throw me an acoustic set, I might drum to it or something, dude. Hey.
Oh, all right. That's good to know.
Much love, Pookie. Like I said, thanks for joining me, man. You have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man. Peace.
Yeah.